Welcome to Metabolic Mythbusters, where we explore the truth about your metabolism, energy, and overall health.
We associate burning calories with exhausting physical exertion, hours on the treadmill, lifting heavy weights, sweating through shirts. Yet remaining absolutely still in freezing water creates a metabolic demand that rivals an intense workout. The problem is that modern life is perfectly climate-controlled. We move from warm beds to heated cars to cozy offices. By designing our environment for maximum physical ease, we've inadvertently sidelined a massive built-in metabolic engine. That engine runs on a process called thermogenesis. It's a strict biological mandate. When exposed to extreme cold, your body is forced to consume energy for the sole purpose of defending your core temperature and keeping you alive. If you're stuck in a weight loss plateau, the solution may not be more movement. You can use environmental temperature to trigger an ancient survival response. The exact millisecond cold water hits your skin, your central nervous system detects an extreme temperature drop. It perceives this sudden change as a threat to your survival. This graph shows what happens inside your brain during that initial shock. You can see a massive neurochemical response, where a neurotransmitter called norepinephrine shoots straight up, spiking between 200 and 300%. That massive release of norepinephrine serves a dual purpose. It creates sharp, intense mental focus while simultaneously acting as a system-wide alarm bell, signaling your body's fat reserves to prepare for immediate energy demands. The initial shock and discomfort are the necessary chemical catalysts. They mobilize your body's energy reserves to maintain homeostasis. To understand how those reserves are used, we have to look beneath the skin at our adipose tissue. Most of what we carry is white fat. These are large, oily cells designed purely to store excess energy for long-term use. But there is a second type of fat, brown adipose tissue, or BAT. As you can see on this 3D model, it's heavily concentrated right here around the neck and shoulder blades. What gives brown fat its metabolic power is its internal structure. Unlike white cells, brown fat cells are densely packed with mitochondria, the structures inside your cells that act as miniature power plants. When that cold stimulus hits your system, it activates a specific protein inside the brown fat's mitochondria called UCP1. This protein uncouples your metabolism. It forces the brown fat to pull in and incinerate the surrounding stored white fat, converting it directly into heat. This internal combustion is how the body can burn hundreds of calories simply by remaining still in the cold. You possess a built-in biological heater, but it remains largely inactive until you introduce a specific stressor of the cold. If you expose yourself to the cold consistently over weeks and months, the benefits move past an immediate survival response. Your body begins to adapt. The sustained presence of norepinephrine triggers what researchers call the browning effect. It converts lazy white fat cells into active, mitochondria-rich brown fat cells. Consistent exposure doesn't just burn calories in the moment, it alters the composition of your fat tissue, creating a more metabolically active system. To get these results, you don't need an expensive ice bath. You can apply this cellular science to your daily routine with the Cold Start protocol. It begins with the 30-second finish. Take your standard warm shower, but for the final 30 seconds, turn the dial to the maximum cold setting. For physical targeting, make sure the stream of freezing water hits your upper back and shoulder blades directly. This focuses the cold on your highest concentration of brown fat. Clinical research suggests you only need to follow the 11-minute rule. Accumulating just 11 total minutes of cold exposure per week is enough to achieve measurable metabolic benefits and improve insulin sensitivity. Modern comfort limits your metabolic potential. Choosing the cold is a deliberate way to reclaim the biological efficiency built into your DNA.